Come to you again live from Michael's 8th Avenue in Glen, Burnie, Maryland, as professional boxing makes its return after almost a 7-year absence. Once again, good evening, everybody. I'm Gary Digital Williams alongside Juan Marshall. Thanks for staying with us here at ringside in our real-time pain relief ringside seats. And we are getting ready for 4 bouts of professional boxing. We just finished the amateur card. We'll give you a rundown who won those. But ringing out the 4-bout card. Interesting bouts indeed, including the main event featuring the return of Jesse the Beast Niccolo, fighting only in Michael's 8th Avenue for the second time in his pro career. We talked about the awards last hour, Juan, and Jesse Niccolo was indeed the very first Boxing Along the Beltway Rookie of the Year in 2006, and he also fought in one of the best bouts of 2010 when he fought Scott Sigmund at, I believe it was the Burns Arena in Baltimore.
So this is like a momentous time for him, you know, winning the Rookie of the Year and also being back here for just the second time, 2017. Actually opened up the year for Beltway boxing right here, you know, back in his home, I guess, venue where he started, you know. So I'm ready to see him fight. You know, I've seen him fight a few times back when he was at Patasco Arena, and actually, you know, he moved on to be an opponent at Showtime, and now he's been able to have an opportunity to see him right here, like again, at Michael's 8th Avenue.
Yep. Jesse Niccolo's overall record is 25-8 with 3 draws, 8 KOs, but he's 24-0-3 in the state of Maryland. And he's fought all over Maryland. And he said he put a nice post on Facebook in which he said as a 13-year-old, he saw an amateur card here at Michael's 8th Avenue. I think it was an amateur card, was it not? Yeah. No, maybe a pro card, actually.
I think it was an amateur.
Amateur card. It was an amateur card. And he said that's what inspired him to get into boxing a little bit later on in his life. And he fought everywhere. He fought in the Burns Arena many times. He fought the National Guard Army in Pikesville. He fought down in Ocean City, Maryland. I was down there for that card back in 2007. He's fought at Martin's West in Woodlawn, Maryland. And as Juan said, the Patasco Arena in Baltimore, as well as the Maryland Sportsplex in Millsville, Maryland. But only his second bout here at Michael's 8th Avenue. The first time he fought here back in June of 2009, where he fought John Mackey to an 8-round draw, and a great fight here at Michael's 8th Avenue. Of course, for those who don't know, Michael's 8th Avenue, one of the premier areas in the Beltway, home of the ballroom boxing promotion that was done for so well, so many years for Scott Wagner, late Michael Wagner, and really has some great bouts here in this building.
Yes, that's good to bring places like this back together, you know, as far as boxing is concerned, you know, because this is what we need. You know, like I said, we had that kickstart 2012, you know, when boxing came back back into the area. It never ended, you know, it never died, but to be at the magnitude it is now is happy to see, you know, and Baltimore is actually Baltimore is actually one of those spots where a little later after 2012 it kicked in. So it took a little later for Baltimore to get back. But now they got their feet wet and it seems like they got the wheels rolling, and I think they're going to do the same thing going into 2017.
Now, Niccolo's primarily been an opponent over his last few bouts. He has not fought since November of 2015 when he lost by 3rd-round TKO to Sergey Deverchenko in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. He lost also to Ronald Graville, and he also lost to Carlo Perez. And so he lost some really great bouts here. So it's some great bouts here. But he has been doing an outstanding job here for this card here. So he's been an outstanding boxer for his career.
Yeah. And you know, sometimes
Because Gary has a great power with boxing and W, see him on Facebook as well.
So again, Jesse Niccolo, 25-8, 3 KOs. His opponent tonight is a guy named Chauncey Grimm Fields out of Lynchburg, Virginia. He's just 4-0, 2 KOs, but has made some interesting situations. But this one could be a very interesting situation for him because from some information we heard earlier tonight.
You know, when you see a fighter that only have 4 fights under his belt, taking on a veteran fighter, especially a guy like Jesse Niccolo, Jesse's been around. You know, he's not that world champion, but he has the veteran experience that he can bring into a fight, especially with a kid that has only 4 fights. So that tells me something. This kid has 4 fights. Chauncey must have something in his, under his belt. He's not your average pro debut fighter or a young fighter.
But he is coming issues with the flu, and that could be a very interesting situation there. That's going to be interesting to see what happens. So some interesting situation with Chauncey Fields. They're on Jesse Nicklo tonight here in our main event. Now, a number of boxers tonight have been very young boxers. A lot of boxers, quite frankly, we haven't seen a lot of. One we have seen was Dangerous Donald Wallace out of Baltimore, Maryland. He's a super middleweight taking on Tahir Thomas out of Salisbury. That's the bout that a lot of people came to see tonight. That bout scheduled for 6 rounds. By the way, the bout that Jesse Nicklo and Chauncey Fields has scheduled for 8 rounds. But Wallace and Thomas scheduled for 6 rounds. And that's been interesting about Tahir Thomas. Hasn't fought in a while himself. And he's coming off a little bit of a layoff. And Donald Wallace making his pro debut last year. And be interesting to see what happened to that bout as well.
Yeah. When was the last time he fought? I know you last year, but when last year?
We saw him fight, I believe, at Tapsco Arena.
Okay, so that's a couple of years ago. Yeah, that's a little while back. So, coming off, we're going to see, since he's been back in the gym, let's see what he has to offer. Is he trying to make a successful career, the second time around? Or what is he trying to figure out, does he still have it? Or does he still want to fight?
Oh, I forgot. Timekeeper Joe Gronowski, ladies and gentlemen.
And also in the card tonight, Roger Caruso is out of Dundalk, Maryland, making his pro debut. They're on Aaron Anderson out of Baltimore, 1-0-1 KO. He is out of that Mac Lewis gym. Of course, I believe one of his relatives, not sure if it's his father, but was the late Alvin Anderson. And then 2 guys making their pro debut in our opening bout, Ernest Hall out of Baltimore, Maryland. They're going Cleveland Hemphill out of Temple Hills, Maryland. And to tell you the truth, we're not familiar with either one of them.
Yeah, when I heard Temple Hills, Maryland, I was wondering what gym he's fighting out of, because we have a few gyms in that area. You can either go to Clinton or you can stay in Temple Hills or Marlow Heights, because there's a few there. You have Keystone, you have Hillcrest Gym with Jerry Hurd, but I never heard of this guy.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens there. Now, earlier tonight, as we were doing the awards presentation this evening, we also had a number of amateur bouts. We gave you 2 of the results before we went off the air after our pre-fight show. Andy Bueno wins a 140-pound card bout against Dorian Bostic out of Dave Sewell Gym. Andy Bueno came from Lincoln Way Gym in York, Pennsylvania. Also, Terrell Boyd out of Mac Allison Gym in Baltimore defeated Ashton Sykes at 168 pounds. Deshaun Chase out of Baltimore Boxing defeated Eric Walker out of the Ishmael Arvin Boxing and Fitness Gym. And in our super heavyweight contest, that was 165 pounds. Now, super heavyweight contest, Brian Henschlager of Baltimore Boxing beat his gym mate Mike Burris, stopped him in the second round. So that's where we are to get ready for our pro card here tonight, which will start momentarily. Win our real-time pain relief seats. As real-time pain relief sponsor is Boxing Law on the Beltway. From boxers to ballerinas, from shoulder pain and muscle strain, Boxing Law on the Beltway recommends real-time pain relief, the fast plant-based ointment. And if you go to www.freepainoffer.com and you can get a free $10 tube of real-time pain relief with your $10 purchase of real-time pain relief. Rub it on, the pain is gone in real time. And we're sitting in our real-time pain relief seats. The blue corner is directly off to our right on the same side of the ring. Across the ring from us, directly across the ring, is the red corner, and the opposite neutral corner is diagonally off to our right. That's where we are here at ringside. Now, don't forget tomorrow night, as we record this Saturday night, January 14th, from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, Gervonta Tank Davis, Beltway Boxing Co-Boxer of the Year, along with Jared Hurd. He has, of course, his bout for the IBF Super Featherweight Championship. He takes on Jose Pedraza. And what should be an outstanding bout, that bout will be on Showtime beginning around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Now also, Emmanuel Alim takes on Evgen Kurtrov in a bout for the WBC Silver middleweight title. And that bout is scheduled to be on Showtime Extreme at about 7 o'clock Eastern Time from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Of course, that's the main event. There is a unified super middleweight title bout between Badou Jack and James DeGale. And of course, those two boxers set up for that bout in Washington, D.C. at the card back in late March 30th at the D.C. Armory, when you had Badou Jack and James DeGale going against Lucien Boutte, and James Medina, Porky Medina. And the winners of those bouts were Jack and DeGale. Actually, one bout went to a draw, and the other bout won the bout. And they came back, and now they're fighting for the unified world title as main event.
Ringside right now. Blue corner ringside now. Ladies and gentlemen, reminder, please, no flash photography. Please take all the pictures you want. Please take all the video you want. Don't obstruct anybody's views here in the corner.
So we get ready for our first bout, the battle of debuting featherweights.
All right, blue corner ringside, please.
As Ernest Hall takes on Cleveland Hemphill. Ernest is known as Frost Hall, and he's out of Temple Hills, Maryland. We'll see who is. Let's see. Oh, he's out with Jerry Jones. Looks like.
Keystone.
Okay, so he's out of the Keystone Boxing Gym. Okay.
Yeah, I know that's where I normally see Jerry Jones working out of Keystone. Normally, I see he might be there early in the morning. So, like I said, I'm not familiar with his fighters. Because I see Jerry shows up with a lot of fighters sometimes, and different. We've been to the ABC sometimes and saw him there and not knowingly he's there. So I don't know what fighters he's working with until I actually see him in the ring.
So he's working with Cleveland Hemphill. He's in the ring now. Referee will be Kenny Chevalier.
One corner on each weight corner.
We wait the appearance of Ernest Hall. He's out of Baltimore, Maryland, making his pro debut as well. And we'll see what gym he comes out of. Crowd filling in here at Michael's 8th Avenue in Glen, Burnie, Maryland. Should be a good crowd on hand for the first pro boxing card take place here at Michael's in almost 7 years. Ernest Hall out of the Baltimore Boxing Gym. I know. Let's see. He's working with. He's out of the Baltimore Boxing Gym. We do see Hal Chernoff, who is out of the Down Under Gym. No, Main Street Gym. No, Down Under Gym. And no, he's Main Street Boxing Gym in Salisbury, Maryland. Let's go to ring announcer, the auctioneer, Brad Dudley.
Jake the Snake Smith of Baltimore Boxing. We've got 4 bouts for professional boxing action. Our first bout tonight here is scheduled for 4 rounds. Judging at ringside for our first bout, a 4-rounder will be Don Risher, ladies and gentlemen. John Gradowski and the incomparable Brett O'Neill.
Hey!
The man in charge of the action in the middle, ladies and gentlemen, having done 41 world title bouts, just coming back from the Philippines.
Comparable. I'll support that.
Chevalier. Alrighty, introducing first, out of the blue corner. He's got the blue trunks weighed in at 133.5 pounds. Making his professional debut from Temple Hills, Maryland. Here he is, Cleveland Hemphill. His opponent out of the red corner with the red trunks and white trim. He weighed in at a very svelte 130 pounds even, making his professional debut. From Baltimore, Maryland, here he is, Ernie Frost Hall. 4 rounds, professional debut. Low blow. I don't want your head using
Always interesting when two debuting boxers get together. And this one should be interesting indeed. We start our pro card here from Michael's 8th Avenue in Glen, Burnie, Maryland, alongside Warren Marshall. I'm Gary Digit Williams. Thanks for staying with us. Action from Glen, Burnie. Round one, we are scheduled for 4. Infield starts off with a left jab, and Hall tries to go back and throw a left jab of his own. They both miss left jab, and Hempfield missing right jab. Both men seem to be very focused, eyes wide, left hand to the body by Hall. Takes a hand and throws the left hook. I guess Hempfield tension, starts to land shots, and Hall knocks down Hempfield with a right hand to the head. Hall gets up. He's at the 8 count. I should say Hempfield gets up. He's an 8 count.
Come on, Apple, hang in there.
Both men trying to get something going. There's Hall with a couple left hands. Left hand to the body, up top again. He's swarming Hempfield right now. Left hand. And now Hall, as Hempfield tries to hang on. And Kenny Chevalier wants Hall to turn his punches over. Doing a little slapping punch in there in the first minute of round one. Scheduled 4, one knockdown already by Ernest Hall. And he is just landing shots. And Hempfield trying to cover up. Hall to the body, Hall up top. He's kind of smothering punch a little bit, but now he's going to the body. Hempfield cowering in the right corner. In the neutral corner across from us. Hempfield trying to hang in there. And Kenny Chevalier tells Hempfield not to turn his back. Hall misses the right hand. They tangle. Chevalier separates them as we're halfway through round one. Ernest Hall gets a knockdown in the first round. Early in the first round. About a minute to go in round number 1. Hempfield tries to tangle once again. Referee Kenny Chevalier breaks him. Right hand to the body. Lands by Hall. Hall pushes Hempfield back into the neutral corner once again. Landing combinations. Hempfield covering up. Now he tries to hang on. Kenny Chevalier makes him work out this time. And now he breaks him up as they go into Hall's corner, red corner, on the far side of the ring. Inside the final minute, round one scheduled for 4. All Ernest Hall thus far. Landed a knockdown in the first round. And Hempfield once again ducks under. Referee Chevalier has to separate him. And Hempfield lands the right hand as Hall misses with a long right uppercut. Hempfield landed the right hand that time. They tangle and have to be separated. Heading to the final seconds, round one was scheduled for 4. Hall tries to feint, pushing Hempfield back into his own corner. On the right-hand side, seconds tick away here in round one. Hall trying to land shots late in the round. But looks like Hempfield will survive round one. So not the most polished round thus far, but again, Hall was able to get that knockdown early.
I thought Hempfield, when the first round started, he looked kind of comfortable. I was like, oh, I said, he's not your average pro debut fighter until Hall started landing punches. And then I saw that he was your fighter that looks like he's a pro debut fighter that really was not actually ready to fight. That's what he looks like. He looks like he's not ready. And Hall's more confident as the rounds go on, and that's what you see. Hall's being more aggressive. Hempfield's going down. He's sending Hempfield to the canvas one shot, and Hempfield, he's been on the run the entire round now.
So we'll get ready for round 2. Kenny Chevalier warning Cleveland Hempfield to keep his head up, I should say. And the Hall corner warning Hall to settle down a little bit and start landing some shots a little bit more. Round 2 was scheduled for 4. Hall throwing a couple jabs. Not crisp jabs, but he's getting his left hand out there. Hempfield tries the right hand, misses. Hall over the top of the right hand, gets blocked by the left glove of Hempfield. Hempfield lands the right hand in the counter, but Hall comes back with the right hand over the top. A lot of Hall's punches are slapping, but they're doing some damage, and Ken Chevalier is not calling him on it.
I think that's the problem. If Hall would turn those punches over, I think the round would have been over in the first round because he landed plenty of shots on him.
Left hand to the body by Ernest Hall. Right here over the top just misses. Right hand to the left hand to the body by Hall. Yeah, he's not turning on that right hand, but he's landing good shots with the left hand. As Hall has Hempfield against the ropes, landing repeated right hands to the body, his left hand to the body, another right hand to the body, another right hand to the body, and down goes Hempfield. Ken's Valley picking up time, keep Joe Grodowski's count. He's at 8. Hempfield's up. Battle continues. Second knockdown for Ernest Hall. 1 in the first, now 1 in the second. Heading to the halfway point, second round. Let's see if Hall go back to that body. That body shot really worked for him in the early part of the second round, getting that knockdown in this round. Hempfield throwing the right hand, misses. Threw right hand to the body, left hand straight down the pike by Hall. Now Hall going right back to the body with the left hand. Another right hand to the body, another right hand to the body. Left hand by Hempfield return up to the head. He gets caught by a left hand by Hall. Has to duck under once again. Referee Ken Chevalier has to break him. Inside the 5 minute, round 2, scheduled for 4. Left hand to the bodies by Hall. Hall's making that his primary target at the moment. Right hand to the body. And down he goes, and down goes Hempfield again. Hempfield down on one knee. 6, 7, Hempfield up. Cage Valley tells come through. Second knockdown of this round. Final seconds of the round. Let's see if Hempfield can hang in. As Hall going right back to the body. And Hempfield barely survives the round, but he may not be long for this bout the rest of the way.
Yeah, Hall's body shots are starting to take his toll on him. Hempfield looks like he's in quit mode right now. You know, he's not sure if he wants to finish the fight. And Hall, like I say, he's getting more confident, and I'm pretty sure his corner's going to tell him to start working the body even more to try to finish this fight.
And the doctor's looking in the Hempfield corner. Hempfield standing up, and I don't know why. Take 2 knockdowns like that, 3 in a row. You wonder. Nope, they're going to stop the fight. Okay, so the bout has been stopped at the end of the second round. Oh, wait, let's see. Hold on. No, apparently not. It has not been. Oh, it has been stopped. Okay. It has been stopped. Okay.
Has been stopped.
So, Ernest Hall wins his pro debut by TKO at the end of the second round.
It was the body shots. I think it was taking a toll on Hempfield, and Hall just kept putting the pressure on him. Basically, that's where it starts with Hall. I guess, you know, finish a fight like that, bringing in confidence, and going into his next fight.
So Ernest Hall scored 3 knockdowns, 1 in the first, and 2 in the second, both with body shots. And Hempfield just could not continue. So Ernest Hall makes his pro debut successfully, and Cleveland Hempfield does not. We'll get the official report from ring announcer Brad Dudley in just a moment. Still to come, main event, Jesse the Beast Niccolo taking on Chauncey Fields, an 8-round bout. Here's Brad Dudley. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, under the recommendation of the ringside physician in Maryland State Athletic Commission, we call halt to the bout after 3 minutes of the second round for your winner by TKO, Burnie Hall.
So Ernest Frost Hall makes his pro debut, a successful one.
A very grand Cleveland Hemphill, ladies and gentlemen, out of Temple Hills, Maryland.
The next bout scheduled is going to be another all-Maryland. In fact, reception of our main event, we have nothing but all-Maryland bouts here. Again, Ernest Hall versus Cleveland Hemphill. Donald Wallace, Baltimore, and Tahir Thomas out of Salisbury, Maryland. Roger Caruso out of Dundalk, Maryland, taking on Aaron Anderson, Baltimore. And then Jesse Niccolo out of Baltimore, Maryland, actually Brooklyn, Maryland now, taking on Lynchburg, Virginia's Chauncey Fields. So Maryland showcase indeed here at Michael's 8th Avenue in Glen, Burnie, Maryland. Been the site of so many of those for so many years here in Glen Burnie. What's going on with you? No. So again, hey Dave, excuse me 1 second. We got one of the great trainers here in the area, David Sewell, joining us here ringside. We want to ask you about another Baltimore boxer, of course, Gervonta Davis, going after that world title tomorrow in Brooklyn. Your thoughts on that, Carl?
I think Gervonta Davis have a good chance of winning tomorrow because it's just like he had a good amateur pedigree. They have a good trainer, Calvin Ford. Kenny Ellis did a good job with him, and Floyd Mayweather moving him in the right direction for this opportunity.
What would that win do to this city? I mean, you had Vincent Petway, Hakeem Rahman. What would Gervonta Davis winning the world title do for the city?
That would be tremendous. That's what Baltimore need because of all this crime going around. Maybe it changed a lot of other kids from doing wrong and want to reach a potential and become world champion. So that would do a lot for Baltimore. And I'm pulling for Tank, and I think he's going to put it off.
All right, good enough. David Sewell, thank you very much for joining us on that. No question about it. And that is one of the keys. I mean, this will do a lot for Baltimore if he can win this one tomorrow night.
And that's what desperately what Baltimore needs. The past year and a half, had so much tragedy going on and negative vibes going on. Even with the onslaught of the police issues all over the country, Baltimore was tied into that also. So, and Calvin, when he introduces kids to the gym, it's all positive. To bring those kids off the street. And Gervonta Davis is one of those kids that he brought into the street. Now look at him; he has the opportunity to become a popular kid in the sport of boxing across the entire world. So, and that in itself is a plus for Baltimore.
Yeah. And of course, even with the situation that took place early this week with the fire in Baltimore, 6 kids lost in that situation. It's not just a tragedy. It's just sad to see that situation there. And this could really help. When it's small by comparison, but it really could help this city kind of uplift themselves.
Yeah, and like you said, that's the city needs an uplifting any kind of way it can possibly have. And with that tragedy that just happened, this is the right time for Gervonta to make that kind of soothe it a little bit, to calm it down and let them have a positive note to start off with, in which they'll have a champion in their city.
So the broadcast begins at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Showtime. And, of course, on Showtime Extreme around 7 o'clock, Emmanuel Aline out of Richmond, Virginia, he'll be battling for the WBC silver middleweight title. Our next bout is heading to the ring here in Glen Burnie. Tahir Thomas out of Salisbury. He's out of the Down Under Gym in Salisbury. They'll take on Dangerous Donald Wallace out of Baltimore.
Traps go, right? Traps go, right? Last time.
Just telling us where we saw Tahir Thomas was at the Tasco Arena in Salisbury. I had a chance to talk to him after that bout. And he looked very good, but has not fought since. I know he fought one time since out of town, but he's undefeated, 4-0-1, 3 KOs. The guy's going to have a lot of support here in this place tonight, and that's going to be Dangerous Donald Wallace. Dangerous Donald Wallace making his way to the ring. Always enthusiastic Jake the Snake Smith leading his man Donald Walls to the ring. Announcer Brad Dudley with official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go for our second bout of the evening. This bout scheduled for 6 rounds in the super middleweight division. Both of these warriors are undefeated, and as Henry just about Lane Jones would say, 1-0 has got to go. Scoring tonight at ringside once again, Don Rusher, John Brodowski, Kenny Chevalier. The man in charge of action.
Yeah, I can walk to school.
Ladies and gentlemen, right there in the middle of the action.
I never followed the wrestling.
Introducing first, out of the blue corner. He's got the black and white trunks. Weighing in at 167 pounds. His professional record, he's got 4 victories. Never beats in one time. He's got 3 victories by KO. All the way from Salisbury, Maryland. Here he is, Takir Thomas. His opponent out of the red corner with the black trunks and a red trim. He weighed in at even 166 pounds. He's got 1 victory and his 1 violation element. That victory came by KO. From Baltimore, Maryland, here is dangerous Donald Waller. Waller, 6 rounds, super. 2-0.
The dangerous Donald Wallace, only after his first pro bout, already getting into the 6 rounders. And in fact that he had a knockout in the first bout means he's never been past 4 rounds in his pro career. So here we go, round 1 was scheduled for 6. Here from Michael's 8th Avenue in Glen, Burnie, Maryland. Alongside Juan Marshall, I'm Gary Digit Williams. We're sitting in our real-time pain relief ringside seats at Michael's 8th Avenue in Glen, Burnie, Maryland. So here Thomas throwing left hand to the body. Tries to go up top Wallace's face. Now Wallace trying to establish his left jab. Thomas throwing heavy blows with the right hand and the left hand. Double left hand to the head. Oh, good right hand shots to the head by Donald Wallace. Right hand over the top by Wallace. Really nice. Very quick there. That's really, I'm sorry, Thomas throwing those right hands. That's to hear Thomas throw those quick right hands. There's another quick right hand. The right hand, both men doing a little head hunting here in this first minute. Right hand by Wallace, now right hand by Thomas in return. Left hand to the body by Thomas. They're standing ring center now. Left hand by Thomas. Wallace with the left hand missing as Thomas ducks in. Wallace trying to throw combinations, led with the right hand there. There's a left hand missing by Thomas. Wild left hand missing there. Good right hand, straight right hand by Thomas. That rocks Wallace a little bit. Wallace comes back. Left hand to the body. Thomas on the ropes, but he comes off trying to fire. That left hand by Thomas. Both men getting their shots in as we're past the halfway point of round 1. Scheduled for 6. Left hand to the body by Wallace. Right hand up top by Wallace. Right hand down the pipe by Wallace, and that had an ugly sound to it, in all honesty. That didn't have a punch sound. I had more of a crack sound for Wallace. We'll see how you use that right hand. Let's see if we can get through. But he's throwing that right hand now, so it seems to be okay. We're inside the final minute of the first round. missing by Wallace. Left hand to the body. Tried to uppercut there to the body. Left jab by Wallace. Right hand over the top by Wallace. Right hand on top by Wallace. Hitting uppercut. Hit the left hand by Thomas. The right hand by Wallace. Both men really getting their shots in. Left hand to the body by Wallace. Left jab. Final seconds, round one. Good first round for both guys here. They both got their shots in. As we head toward the bell here in round one. Tough round to start off in the first round because both guys really got some key shots in early on.
Yeah, Wallace I thought was going to throw him. Well, actually, he was throwing a lot of power shots. But Tahir Thomas was getting his in early, and Wallace made the adjustment so he can start exchanging with him. But what I like to see Wallace start to use his jab more. He's starting to do too many even exchanges with Tahir Thomas, and he's starting to be inside with him. He needs to be on the outside, working his jab more, and that way he can set up more punches because the more aggressive Thomas is coming in inside with his head down, and that way Wallace can be able to counter off some of that stuff that Tahir is not even seeing that he's throwing.
Seconds out.
So we get ready for round two, scheduled for 6. That looked like a close round, from my vantage point. Here we go, round two, we're scheduled for 6. Wallace starts off with a left jab and try to throw right hand. Thomas throws a left jab of his own. Thomas trying to walk Wallace back into his own corner. Both men landing good couple of jabs there and good couple combinations there. The right hand by Thomas. Wallace missing with the left hook. Straight right hand and left hook combination by Wallace. Thomas with the right hand. It glances off of Wallace. Wallace trying to use the jab more. Good combination. Left hand to the body. Rights and left to the body by Wallace. But Thomas come back with the right hand over the top. Thomas off the ropes, but landing combinations to the head. Right hook, right hand, another uppercut by Thomas. Solid combination there by Tahir Thomas out of Salisbury. Right hand followed by right uppercut. Wallace waits for Tahir Thomas to come up to the center of the ring. Tahir misses the right hand. Wallace tried the body shot, but right hand up top by Thomas. Right hand to the body by Thomas. Wallace missing with the right hand over the top. Right hand by Thomas to the head. Past halfway point, round two. Right hand over the top by Thomas. Right hand return by Wallace. Not as strong though. There's a left jab by Wallace. Wallace now trying his left jab, doing a good job of that, but Thomas comes through there, missing the right hands though. Inside the final minute, round two, scheduled for 6. Good right hand down the pipe by Wallace, but Thomas keeps coming. Coming forward, here's Tahir Thomas. Thomas missing right hand. Thomas can use a little bit of jab more in this bout as well. Head toward the final seconds of the round two. Here, Thomas missed with the left hand. Right hand over the top by Thomas. But a good uppercut followed by a right-left combination by Wallace. One of his best combination of the bout this far. Heading to the final seconds. Right hand over the top by Wallace. Right hand to the body. Right hand up top. Straight right hand by Wallace. Right hand over the top by Wallace. Over the top of the gloves. Final seconds, round two. Thomas comes back with left hand of his own. Right hand by Thomas. Both men land, counter left hands. And the round ends. And this time, Wallace tried to use his jab a little more, and maybe Thomas should do the same.
Yeah, the jab would be effective for Thomas because Wallace is actually giving up his height and crouching down a little bit. And it's also Thomas is winning the first half of the rounds, and then Wallace is winning the second half. So it seems like Thomas starts off strong, and Wallace finishes strong. And that's what's going on. It's a little tug of war back and forth right here. So we're in the last 4 rounds, we're going to find out what happens, who's going to wear who down first.
And again, for Donald Wallace, getting past the 4th round puts him in deep water. And he gets that far.
Let's go, man.
You ready to start round 3, scheduled for 6. Here we go, round 3. Here Thomas in the black trunks with the white stripe and white band. Dangerous Donald Wallace in the sort of magenta and black trunks. The stars on the trunks there. Thomas now trying to walk Wallace down a little bit. Right uppercut by Wallace, but here Thomas, but Wallace with the right hand over the top. Now Thomas trying to come forward. And again, has not thrown a jab in quite some time. Has Tavir Thomas. Wallace now dancing, moving to his right. Thomas comes straight ahead, his left hand by Wallace. Right hand to the body by Thomas. Right hand over the top by Wallace. Left jab by Wallace. Left hand by Thomas. Move back toward the center of the ring. Now moving toward the ropes on the far side. Between the neutral corner and the blue corner. Right hand missing by Thomas. Right hand down the pipe by Wallace. Wallace is landing his right hand as we head into the halfway point of round 3. Left hand glancing by Wallace. Wallace tries the combination, now trying to throw the left jab. Thomas has forsaken his jab thus far. Combination. This is what the uppercut does Thomas. Right hand by Wallace. Now jab going to the body by Thomas. They're clinching, throwing punches. Almost toe-to-toe right now as we head to the final minute of the 3rd round. We're scheduled for 6. Left hand to the body. Both men landing right hands to the face. Good uppercut by Wallace from distance. And left hand by Wallace. Thomas trying to fight back. And Thomas lands a left hand that drops Donald Wallace. We're making it count. Wallace barely gets up to his feet. 7, 8. He makes it, and let's see. Brimpo Bell, for some reason, now he gets him going. Wallace in trouble. He got caught with a sneaky left hand that dropped Wallace to the canvas. Another right hand lands, down 10 seconds. Wallace in deep trouble. Another right hand by Thomas. Got a couple good right hands. Brimpo were watching closely. And Wallace literally and figuratively hangs on to survive the 3rd round. So Thomas did not need the jab after all as he catches Wallace coming in.
Yeah, that jab, Wallace was leaning in a little too much. And if you notice, Wallace had advantage in the first part of that round, and he got too comfortable. But he was getting too close, and Thomas was baiting him in. And with baiting him in, he was able to catch him with that counter punch with that right hand that sent Wallace to the canvas. And I don't even know how Wallace's legs right now, because even with sitting on the stool, he still looks a little rubbery. You know, he's like his legs are not under him. So now I'm going to see Thomas come out and be more aggressive, because he is the harder puncher in this round.
And by the way, they're on very high stools here. The stools are much higher than you normally see in a corner, which doesn't give either man a chance to really stretch out their legs in the corner as you normally would see. Time is called at the beginning of the 4th round. And referee Brimpo Bell moves the boxers to neutral corners. Both corners have to kind of put up their moisture in the corners.
Come on, Trey. You got him.
We have the water in the Wallace corner. Here we go, round 4. And time is back in. Here we go. Round 4, schedule of 6. Big turn of events in the 3rd round. As Tahir Thomas drops a charging Donald Wallace to the mat with a solid left hand. Up to the canvas with that right hand. Now, here comes Thomas, trying to land some good shots, trying to be patient as Wallace has more movement now. He is getting hit with shots that's spreading sweat all over the ring on that far side. That right hand by Thomas. Right hand down the pipe by Thomas. Oh, good right hand again by Thomas. Wallace. Hey, Wallace tried to throw right hand, excuse me. But Thomas now trying to walk Wallace down. Wallace throwing right hands. Wallace throws the right uppercut. Thomas being very patient. Right hand to the body, right hand up top by Wallace. Wallace now trying to avoid the punches there by Thomas. The right hand. And really, Thomas has not put on the pressure in his 4th round. Right hand to the body by Wallace. Hey, to the halfway point of round 4, scheduled for 6. Right hand by Wallace to the head of Thomas. Left hand to the head by Wallace. Thomas trying to cut Wallace off here. Wallace a little bit more on his bicycle in his 4th round. Thomas lands the right hand. Under a minute to go in this 4th round. Right hand to the body by Thomas. A little uppercut there. Uppercut by Wallace with the right hand.
You get touched too much.
Thomas Wallace fighting backwards. But he's landing more of the shots in this 4th round thus far. Left hand to the body by Thomas, followed by left hand to the head. Right hand over the top by Thomas. The right hand, left hand may have stunned Wallace again. We're into the final moments of this 4th round. Left hand by Thomas. Final seconds, 4th round. Right hand over the top by Wallace. Left hand by Thomas. Right hand over the top. And a left hand by Wallace knocks the mouthpiece out of Tahir Thomas at the bell. So again, Thomas may have been a little bit too patient in that 4th round.
Yeah, coming into this one, he laid off this round. I think what he was trying to do, he was trying to set up the right hand, but Wallace never gave him an opportunity to set it up. He was doing too much moving around, which he needed to be doing this time because he got caught with the counter right hand in the previous round, which sent him to the canvas. So this time he's more cautious coming in. He's not letting Thomas get too close to him this time, and he's using that jab more often like he was doing in the previous round. So now you come out and you're going to start seeing him using the jab more often, so he won't be able to get set up by Thomas coming with the overhand right. But we're going to see if Thomas will be able to make that adjustment.
Yeah, and I did make a mistake. It was indeed the counter right hand by Thomas that dropped Wallace in the 3rd round. And we head to round 5th. Virgin territory for dangerous Donald Wallace. He's never been past 4 before. But he never got to the 4th round early in his career. Wallace 1-0, 1 KO. Thomas 4-0-1 with 3 KOs. Right hand over the top by Thomas. Thomas trying to. Now Thomas trying to use his jab. Wallace hitting the shot over the bite. Hits the arm of Thomas.
Where your jab at? Stop waiting on him.
Left hand by Wallace to the body. Thomas missing right hand over the top. Left jab by Wallace. Right hand missing by Thomas. Wallace with his right hand down a little bit now. Right hand over the top missing by Thomas. Head to the halfway point of round 5. Scheduled for 6. Wallace tries left hand and right hand to the head. Wallace moving to his left. Right near our real-time pain relief ringside seats. Now Wallace moving over to his left. Moving to the far side of the ring. Thomas missing with the left hand. Left hand missing by Wallace. Just barely hitting by Wallace, I should say. Into the final minute of the 5th round. Scheduled for 6. Left hand to the body by Wallace. Right hand hitting by Thomas. But the action is slowing down in this round. Right hand missing by Wallace. Heading to the final seconds of the 5th round, scheduled for 6. Right hand over the top by Wallace. Right hand missing by Wallace. Good uppercut. Good uppercut. Missing there by Wallace. Got another uppercut to the body. That lands a little bit. Left hand by Wallace. Thomas just not being active enough in this 5th round. In the final seconds of the 5th round. Now both men trying to pump up the activity. Head to the bell. Don't forget you can chat with us throughout the night. Here on the Box on Beltway, Google that for Android.
So basically, after that knockdown, Thomas basically put Wallace back into the fight, but taking those 2 rounds off. So based on who won that first round, that knockdown is null and void now. If Wallace indeed won that first round.
Once again, you can chat with us here on the Box on Beltway, Google that for Android. Any questions you have, any comments you have. Get ready for the 6th and final round.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for him. This will be the 6th and final round.
Both men landing. Left hand by Wallace. Wallace doing a good job landing shots thus far. Left hand by Wallace. Another right hand by Wallace. Thomas missing with his right hands. Now Thomas coming back with a couple good right hands. Right hook to the head. Missed the left hook to the body. Left hand landing by Thomas. Good combination there by Wallace to the body. Right and left hands. Right hand by Wallace. Thomas missing with the left hand. Right hand missing by Wallace. Left hand by Wallace. Left hand missing by Wallace. Looks like Thomas may be the more fatigued fighter in his 6th and final round. Left hand over the top by Wallace, another left hand by Wallace, left jab by Wallace. Wallace moving to his left. Good combination there by Wallace. Right hand land by Wallace. Right hand return by Thomas. Halfway through round 6, final round of this bout. Right hand missing by Wallace. Right hand missed by Thomas as well. From the fans chanting Donald. Some chanting for Donald Wallace, some chanting for Tahir Thomas. Both men landing shots in the final minute of the 6th and final round. Is the right hand by Wallace to the head of Thomas. Thomas trying to trap Wallace, but he can't do it. Trying to cut off that ring. Wallace gets out of the way, moves to his left. Move to his right, I should say. Left hand by Thomas, glanced off the glove of Wallace. Thomas with the right hand. Wallace comes back with the right hand to his own. And that moves Thomas back. Right hand over the top by Thomas. We head to the final seconds of the 6th and final round. Wallace with the right hand, Thomas with the left hand. Both men swinging away as the bout ends. They embrace at the end.
Wow.
Now, although
How many people want to see a rematch between these two?
Although Thomas knocked Wallace down in the 3rd round, Wallace, I think, still has a chance to win this thing.
Yeah, Wallace definitely, after that knockdown, fought his way back into this fight. He actually won, it was like 3 rounds after that. It seemed like the last 3 rounds. Yeah, he looked like he won the last 3 rounds after, because after the knockdown, for some reason, Wallace looked like he came off the gas.
Right.
And he didn't press. Thomas looked like he came off the gas and didn't press the issue to try to get to finish the fight.
So indeed, one of our first candidates for Beltweight Boxing Bout of the Year. Hanging on his score. Hanging on their scores. Interesting to see what happens here. We have still to come on main event. Justin Beats Niccolo taking on Chauncey Fields. Of course, we have a debuting bout with Roger Caruso out of Dundalk, Maryland, taking on Aaron Anderson, the game changer out of Baltimore. Donald Wall is clapping in the middle of the ring. Still tabulating the scores here ringside, directly off to our left. Still tabulating the scores here ringside. And now they give up to ring announcer Brad Dudley. And this should be an interesting decision indeed from our 3 judges.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we'll ask it again. How about a rematch between these two? Only a couple weeks in the 17th, we have a candidate for Fight of the Year right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Referee Don Risher had the bout 57-56. Referee John Gradowski had the bout 59-55. And referee Chevalier had it out at 57-56 for your winner by unanimous decision, Ken Don. A very, very game to hear Thomas, ladies and gentlemen. To hear Thomas.
So again, despite the knockdown, one judge, John Gradowski, gave Donald Walls every round except, it looked like, about the round that Walls was knocked down in. Two other judges, Kenny Chevalier and Don Richard, scored a little closer, 57-56 for dangerous Donald Walls. Goes 6 rounds for the very first time. He's now 2-0, 1 KO.
And that's where Thomas made his mistake by taking off. After that knockdown, he didn't get more aggressive and press the issue when he should have pressed the issue, and he allowed Wallace to come back and steal rounds from him. And he actually, the most important rounds were the last 3 rounds, and that's what caused him to fight.
And the fact that Tahir Thomas had not fought since late in 2015, that may have come back to haunt him in that situation, because he looked very tired in the latter stages of that bout.
Yeah, he did. Even after that knockdown, like you said, he did look drained. So it probably took everything out of him just to get that knockdown. And he had nothing left to actually press the issue after the knockdown.
So Tahir Thomas falls to 4-1-1, 3 KOs. And once again, Wallace 2-0, 1 KO. They will have more from Michael's 8th Avenue and Glen, Burnie, Maryland. You're listening to live coverage of the Baltimore Pro Boxing card right here on the Box on the Beltway Google app for Android, and also on the Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.com pages for boxing along the Beltway.
There's a $70 winner to you. Thank you very much. For the Female Lymphoma Society, where you go? Thank you, sir.
I'll be ready Sunday morning, 10 o'clock. Yeah. What's calling about this? Hotel room.
Thank you.
People will call like 2 a.m.
Oh, you're straight out the old school? I guess we're street shit here. That's why I'm not driving.
They say rematch. Yeah, maybe in 2 years.
Right.
But those guys are so good, you don't put them right back in. Right? I mean, that means, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree.
Sugar and spice.
In the ring now as we come back here live from Michael's 8th Avenue, Glen, Burnie, Maryland, alongside Juan Marshall, Gary Digital Williams at ringside, in our real-time pain relief ringside seats. Alvin Anderson, 1-0, 1 KO. Folks, again, it's great that you're with us here, live with us here on the Box on Beltway Google app for Android, but please make it a point throughout the year, wherever it may be in the Beltway boxing region, come out and support the live boxing cards. There's nothing like it. Every atmosphere is different. It's a great atmosphere. All of them are great atmospheres, just very different. And just have you have a lot of fun. And I know a lot of people who have come to boxing for the first time become major fans coming to a pro boxing card, and nothing better than right here in the Beltway boxing area. Fantastic. Here comes Roger Caruso. He seems to be out of the Baltimore Boxing Gym, Baltimore, Maryland. Made his pro debut against Alvin Anderson.
Nigga, this is what that jump do. This is my problem. Nigga, this is what that jump do. Being hot, nigga, wasn't sure. I shouldn't know you didn't fuck with you. I was walking in the rain with my teams on, stepping over pouch full of peas. A big store, 13 on my gold rings.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we go for our third bout of the evening. This bout scheduled for 4 rounds in the junior middleweight division. Once again, the referee in charge of the action, Brent Boville, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing first, out over the blue corner, with the gold and red trunks. He weighed in at a very svelte 154 pounds. He's got 1 victory in 1 bout, ladies and gentlemen. That victory by KO. From Baltimore, Maryland, here he is, Aaron, the Game Changer Anderson. His opponent out of the red corner with the white trunks and a red trim. He weighed in at 151 pounds. From Dundalk, Maryland, making his professional debut, here is Roger Caruso. Protect yourselves at all times. With microphone at all times.
Good fight. Good fight.
4 rounds.
So let's see if we can keep the momentum off that great bout we saw earlier tonight. But we thought would be the fight of the night, actually, in Tria Thomas and Donald Wallace. Wallace winning by unanimous decision despite being knocked down in the 3rd round. Here we go. Roger Caruso taking on the southpaw, Aaron Anderson. Anderson trying to throw the right hand. And right jab. Left hand to the body by Anderson. Left hand, right hand by Anderson. Oh, good right hand coming in by Anderson. Caruso tried the left hand, left jab. Anderson gets caught, catches Caruso with left hand, and down goes Caruso to 1 knee. And Bovell put on the count. Caruso stands up. He has 6, 7, 8. So right hand clips the head of Roger Caruso. Anderson trying to go to the body with left hand. Caruso hangs on. Heading to the final minute, 1st round, scheduled for 4. Anderson trying to cut Caruso off as Caruso's on the bicycle going to his left. Right hand to the body. Correction, left hand to the body, and Caruso's down. That's it. He's done. Caruso almost rolls out of the ring. It's Alvin Anderson now, 2-0, 2 KOs, and I tell you, Caruso is in deep pain right now. As a left hand to the body just doubles Roger Caruso up. And 2-0, 2 KOs. Gorgeous left hand to the body. Now Caruso on 1 knee, but now some of his trainer's House Chernoff is in there. Tell him to lay down, stay down.
130, 144.
So we get the unofficial time, 144 of the first round. They're still working with Caruso in the ring. He is conscious, but again, the shot was to the body, and he could have some tough situation with the ribs coming forward. So Anderson dropped Caruso in the early part of the first round with a shot to the head, dropping down to one knee. But it was a vicious shot to the body with the left hand that keeps Caruso down. Looks like Caruso's family off to his left, off to our left here. Dr. John Stiller, the chief physician here in the state of Maryland, talking to Caruso. Again, he's conscious, he's lifting his head, but he's going to have some rib problems in the next few days, looks like. John Stiller, Dr. Stiller is a noted neurologist, checking the head. Even though the shot was to the body, he did take a shot in the head early on in the contest.
Yeah, a fighter throwing body shots like that, I would love to see him fight again and see what his total package. And
looks like Caruso now up to his feet. Nice round of applause. Now sitting on a chair here. Aaron Anderson comes to check him over. They congratulate each other. EMS and the doctor is still looking at Caruso. Caruso standing up now. Looks like he's okay. That's good news. Ring announcer Brad Dudley momentarily with the official time of the knockout. For the official time to be announced, but we got the time as 1:44 of the first round.
All right, everybody, please move back to your seats, please. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, at 1 minute 34 seconds in the first round, our referee Ben Grodale calls a halt it out for your winner by knockout. Here he is, Aaron the Game Changer Anderson. And a very, very game Roger Caruso, ladies and gentlemen, Roger Caruso. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got one more bout. Featured bout coming up with the Beast. Which reminds me, don't forget the Beast After Fight Party will be at 1205 Crane Highway, the All-American Sports Bar for the After Fight Party. A very, very brief intermission, ladies and gentlemen.
So as Brad Dudley said, the main event is coming up, and that's Jesse beats Niccolo, going against Chauncey Fields. And again, Niccolo, the very first Boxing Law on the Beltway Rookie of the Year, and he had kind of the same type of year that our Beltway Boxing Rookie of the Year for 2016 had, Mac Allison, in the sense that Niccolo was very busy in 2006.
A very, very brief intermission, just 5 minutes.
as he fought no less than 8 times in 2006. And Nicolo got off to a great start, winning some bouts by knockout. His debut was on January the 20th, 2006, so he's almost 10 years to the day, just a week from being 10 years to the day of his pro debut.
You know what? Sometimes with starts like that, I wonder if you can overwork your fighter throughout the years and somewhat burn them out. You know, I guess it all depends on the fighter. I guess physical condition and mental condition and things like that. Because Nicolo never had that opportunity for a championship or even become a top contender or anything like that. So, you know, with activity, but boxing has changed a lot since then. You know, even as it's been 2006, even in 10 years, a 10-year span, it evolved dramatically, you know, and the way boxing is developed, they want fighters to have more fights early so they can slow down later. You know, and that's what's happening. You know, championship fighters sometimes fight one or twice.
And so Nico, as they introduced one of the legends here, the former IBF junior middleweight champion, Vincent the Ambassador Petway out of Baltimore, and goodness gracious, he was in some outstanding bouts in his career.
Ladies and gentlemen, world champion out of Mr. Max.
I think people, when they think about Vincent Petway, you think about the great bout, knockout win, one of the greatest knockouts in Ring Magazine history. Showtime called it one of the greatest bouts in their knockout in their history when he knocked out Simon Brown at the USA Arena back in 1994.
You know, great knockout. And you're talking about a hometown fighter fighting in his hometown area and with a tremendous knockout like he had to be recognized in the history of boxing. And that's a great thing for Petway to have under his belt.
No question about it. Now again, back to Jesse Nicolo. Some of the bouts he's had, he had a great bout against Joshua Snyder. He won that by majority decision at the Pikesville Armory back in January of 2008. He had 2 bouts against George Rivera. And I remember these very well. The first bout, he looked very strong against Rivera, and that was a really interesting night. I believe that was the same night that Corey Cummings beat Demetrius Davis for the Maryland State super middleweight title at New Burns, and the place was going crazy that night. And then Rivera, and we had a rematch at the Patriot, now the Eagle Bank Arena, but the Patriot Center back then, on one of Jimmy Lang's bouts. And I remember Jesse Nicolo being very angry at me at ringside, and he yelled at me, and as soon as he yelled at me, he got knocked down. And Rivera went on to win the bout by unanimous decision in a rematch. The only other time that Nicolo fought here at Michaels 8th Avenue was back on June 18, 2009, when he fought an 8-round draw against John Mackey. An outstanding bout there. And in 2009, he only fought one other time, and that was on Showtime against Fernando Guerrero in Hinckley, Minnesota, of all places. And Guerrero knocked out Nicolo in the 4th round. But Nicolo bounced back in one of the most interesting situations. The only time we had multi-bouts of the year, that was in 2010. And in the first one, it was Scott Sigmund taking on Jesse Nicolo at the Burns Arena in Baltimore. And Nicolo won a 10-round unanimous decision. Now, we called it the trilogy because 3 boxers did sort of an unofficial round robin that year. And in the second bout, Scott Sigmund took on Julius Kennedy and won a bout there by unanimous decision. And then Nicolo fought Julius Kennedy at the Burns Arena in September of 2010, September 17th, and went to a 10-round draw.
So basically, we had a Ray Leonard, Hearns, Hagler trifecta going on there.
Right, exactly. It was very weird how that happened. But
Did you ever find out what Niccolo was ever yelling at you for?
No, I never did. I don't know what it was. Maybe somebody said. I don't know. I never found out what happened there. But as you said, Niccolo is undefeated in the state of Maryland. He's 24-0-3. All 3 draws taking place. 1 draw took place with the National Guard Army. That was a technical draw against Mac Berkshire. Niccolo will come back. That was in January of 2007. Niccolo will come back in March 2007. One of his better performances. I'm sorry, that was in March 2007 when the draw took place. In May of 2007, May 11, 2007, that was when Niccolo, one of his better performances, knocked out Matt Berkshire in the 3rd round. The other draws we talked about in John Mackey and Julius Kennedy. As you said, for the last few years, Niccolo has been more of an opponent. He's fought the likes of Jermaine Taylor, lost him in the 8th round. He came back and fought Scott Sigmund for a 2nd time. That was weird because they had sort of a rivalry against one another. Then they became friends. Then they fought again. Then for a short time, Sigmund kind of managed and trained Niccolo. And now they're actually up in opposing corners again tonight because Sigmund and his camp, the Hurt Factory, are in the corner of Chauncey Fields tonight. We'll get to Chauncey in a second. And again, Niccolo's not fought since November of 2015 when he lost by 3rd round knockout to Sergey Derevchenko. Now, Chauncey Fields' interesting story as well. He's originally from Savannah, Georgia, now fighting out of Lynchburg, Virginia. He's 32 years old, which means he is 3 years older than Niccolo. But Fields has never fought in a scheduled 4-round bout. His first 3 bouts were scheduled for 6 rounds. He won by TKO in his pro debut against John Michael Terry, JG Terry, and then won 2 split decisions against Corey Lambert. And then he fought in a scheduled 8-round, it was a scheduled 8-round bout against Noe Quintanilla on December 10th in Greensboro, North Carolina. He won that bout by 3rd round by KO. So he goes into 8-round bouts tonight, but he's never fought a 4-round bout.
I guess that's a plus for him. Even though in a couple of those he never went to, only but 3 rounds, and sometimes a trainer sees something special in a kid to work him in that direction. And that's why I'm wondering about a guy with 4 fights fighting a veteran like Niccolo with over, 25, 30 fights?
Right. Niccolo has 36 bouts. He's fought 203 rounds of action, whereas Chauncey Fields has fought 4 times and has just 20 rounds of action. And as we talked about earlier, before this card, part of the card started, Chauncey Fields, according to his trainer Scott Sigmund, just came off a bout of the flu, so we don't know how strong Fields is tonight.
That's what Scott Sigmund was telling me. He said when his bout was made, he said he was very confident, and the only thing that dropped his confidence down just a little was the fact that Chauncey was just getting over the flu, like you said. And he said now he's somewhat, worried about it, based on the health of his fighter, But talent-wise, I don't think he has anything to worry about. But it's just how weak did the flu break him down? How weak has he become because of the flu? The flu drains you. It dehydrates your body. It drains your energy. And then a week away from having the flu, are you able to get that energy back? And you're in the process of losing weight to try to make weight for a bout.
Right. Chauncey Fields coming to the ring, known as Grim.
ain't a big fan. I'm the only real king, and I ain't a big fan. Something special happened every time I'm in grace. Something that I
Wait the appearance of Jesse the Beast Nicholas. You get a big crowd response here tonight.
All right, red corner.
I went on boxing.
Scott Sigmund and his lovely wife Casey celebrated the birth of their 1-year-old son this past week. Happy birthday to that lovely family, Scott and Casey Sigmund and their family. We have 2 sons now.
I was in Kansas City last month. Had a U.S. national out there. Yeah. Someday I might go to that.
You're listening to live coverage of the Baltimore Pro Boxing card from Michael's 8th Avenue, Glen, Burnie, Maryland. Right here on the Box on Bubble. Google that for Android. Welcome our listeners on Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.com. Alongside Warren Marshall, I'm Gary Digital Williams. Jesse Nicholo coming to the ring now. Jesse Nicholo steps in the ring. I believe we'll have our national anthem prior to this joint ring introductions.
Turn your flash off, please. Turn your flash off. Thank you.
Here's ring announcer, the auctioneer, Brad Dudley.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get underway with our main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen, we respectfully request please rise. Gentlemen, please remove your headgear as we have the national anthem. Sung by Mr. Witt. They will sing, can you see the nose turning light? But so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright star through the rolling sky. Forever we watch, but so gallantly streaming, and like each other, love must be enough. They grew through the night, then our plan was still there. I'll sing those that star-spangled banner yet. Oh, let the breeze and the home Mr. Witt, ladies and gentlemen, nothing like a little patriotic PBR. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back here on March 30th. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Michael's 8th Avenue and that man, Jake the Snake Smith, and the Maryland State Athletic Commission. Ladies and gentlemen, from me to you,
Scoring tonight's bout at ringside, referee Don Risher, John Gradowski, and Brent Beauville. World title referee tonight in the center ring, Kenny Chevalier. Introducing first, out of the blue corner with the black trunks and gold trim, weighing in at 163 pounds. His professional record is unblemished. He's got 4 victories, no defeats. He's got 2 KO. Coming all the way up from Lynchburg, Virginia, here he is, Chauncey Greenfield. His opponent out on the red corner, coming back to the ballroom. Fought here several times as an amateur and a pro. Been on Showtime, QSPNs, and PBC. Ladies and gentlemen, with those camouflage trunks, he's got a professional record of 25 victories, 8 defeats, 3 ties, and 8 KOs. From Brooklyn, Maryland, here he is, Jesse Louise Nichols. Strawweight round. Same thing that you Watch the logo. I need everybody to sit back, please. Don't obstruct anybody's view.
So, packed house. Many in the crowd standing.
Remember, watch your flash.
Many in the crowd standing for one of the more popular boxers in Baltimore boxing history, Jesse the Beast Nichols. 2006 Rookie of the Year. In one of the bouts of the bouts of the year in 2010. And he turns to action tonight here at Michael's 8th Avenue in Glen, Burnie, Maryland. Gary Digital Williams alongside Juan Marshall. Nichols starting with a right hand. Right hand over the top by Fields. His left hand over the top by Nichols. Nichols using his jab, right hand to the body, right hand up top by Fields up to the head. Nichols ducking, coming forward. His right hand missing by Fields. Right hand to the body by Nichols. Left right hand by Fields. We're heading to the halfway point of round 1. We're scheduled for 8. Right hand by Fields as Nichols comes in. Doesn't do any damage though. Right hand to the body by Nichols. Slapped up against the body. Heading to the final minute, round 1, scheduled for 8. Right hand by Fields and Nichols comes in. Right hand to the body by Nichols misses. Rim Fields staying on the left side, on the outside I should say. Laying that right side. Right hand to the body, right hand up, left hand up top by Nichols. Left hand missing by Fields. Left hand by Nichols. Right hand to the body, left hand up top by Nichols. Good right hand by Nichols. Hartfield's coming in, counting him nicely. We head to the final seconds of the first round. Nichols just coming forward the whole first round thus far. Right hand missing by Fields. Head to the final seconds, first round. Nichols cutting Fields off. Of course, going to go backwards a little bit as this round ends. So, good Good first round for the veteran Jesse Niccolo.
Yeah, he won the first round just using basics, basically using his jab, stepping in with his jab, going to the body, and sidestepping some of Phil's shots, staying out of the way of some of those shots coming in, and basically just, like I said, it's basic boxing. And Phil, it looks like he's just waiting for the counter punch, and Niccolo is taking all that away from him. So Niccolo all has to do is fight just a regular fight, do what he's doing, and he wouldn't have no problem in his bout.
Get ready for round 2, scheduled for 8.
Seconds out. Second round.
Round 2. Nico coming out. Rim now trying to throw a bit more punches here. Rim Fields missing with the left hand. Fields staying on the outside. There's Niccolo, left hand toward the body, but gets blocked by the arms of Fields. Another right hand just misses by Niccolo. Another right hand misses. Niccolo kind of barrel in. He's just coming forward. Right hand over top. The right hand by Niccolo. Fields tries to throw combinations. And Fields walks away to his right. Into the far neutral corner. Another right hand by Niccolo. Set up by his left jab. Left hand around the corner by Niccolo. Right hand to the body by Niccolo. Right hand to the body by Niccolo. Left hand up top by Niccolo. He's got Fields trapped in his own corner. Off to our right. Fields tried to land right hand, but Niccolo ran a couple good right hands. Fields lands a couple, and Fields walks out of his own corner toward the far neutral corner. Halfway through round 2, scheduled for 8. Now Fields trying to throw left hand, left jabs. But I don't know if Fields looks like he has the power to really keep Niccolo away from him. Over right hand by Niccolo, left hand as well. And Niccolo just walking Fields down throughout this contest right now. And to the final moments of the second round. And missing by Niccolo. Fields ties Niccolo up. Niccolo tries to run to the corner, but referee Ken Chevalier breaks him. Right hand missing. Right hand by Fields. Good right hand underneath the left elbow of Niccolo. Niccolo comes back with a couple right hands of his own. Left hand to his own. Left hand to the head. Fields trying to throw left hand to the body. The right hand by Fields caught Niccolo coming in. Second tick away here in the second round. Niccolo still staying on the offensive. But Fields got a couple more shots in, but Niccolo's still the aggressor in this contest.
Yeah, he's still pressing the issue in this contest. I want to see if this flu bug is starting to affect Fields a little bit, because right now just completed the second round and he's looking drained a little bit, you know, and you can see it in his face. You see the fatigue in his face, and he's throwing shots, but it's like he's winging those shots. He's not just trying to land with accuracy and everything. And Niccolo was actually taking advantage of that. I wonder if Niccolo knew that he was sick, maybe, you know, so he's going to start pressing the issue more and more as the rounds go on.
Get ready now for round 3, scheduled for 8. Change value with some warnings. Keep their heads up. As they start the fourth round, Niccolo coming forward once again. Right hand over the top by Niccolo. Niccolo moving to his right, cutting off Fields in that movement. Right hand lands by Fields. Right hand to the body, left hand up top by Niccolo. Niccolo tried to throw the left uppercut. Just misses. Right hand over the top by Fields. Right hand missing by Niccolo. Now right hand to the body, left hand to the body. Uppercut by Niccolo. Fields trying to throw right hands. And the head by Niccolo. Jesse Niccolo landing a couple good left hands. Not a whole lot of those shots actually landed, but it was good pressure by Niccolo in this round. First minute, round 4. Round 3, scheduled for 8. Niccolo trying to throw those body shots. Now Niccolo pushes Fields up against his own corner off to our right. Now they move over close to our real-time pain relief ringside seats. Right hand missing by Fields. Niccolo tries the right hand over the top, hits the shoulder of Fields, left shoulder. Niccolo primarily in stalk mode. Left hand inside by Fields with left jab. Right hand by Fields. Right hand to the body by Niccolo. There's right hand up top by Fields. Inside the final minute of the third round, scheduled for 8. Right hand over the top by Fields. Left hand by Fields. Now I feel with Niccolo with the left hand to the body. Now they're right over our ring to our pain relief seats. Niccolo with a couple good body shots to get out of the corner there. Right hand over top by Niccolo. Left hand by Niccolo. Moving to his left. Final seconds tick away here in the third round. Right hand to the body by Fields. And Niccolo catches Fields with a counter left hand as Fields tried to round right hand. And that was a round when Niccolo was again the aggressor.
Yeah. We're going into the fourth round coming up. And Niccolo has been pressing the issue every single round. He's making Fields fight backwards. And he's not giving Fields an opportunity to counter punch. He's not giving Fields an opportunity to use a jab because he's staying inside of Fields. And he's able to do everything he wants to do with Niccolo, meaning Niccolo is able to do everything he wants to do. And with saying that, that's what Niccolo's doing. Like, he has 200 plus rounds, so this is nothing new to him. So he can fight with his 8-round fight we got going on here. He can fight 8 rounds at that pace, always pressing forward and coming forward every single time and able to eat the punches that Fields been throwing out.
Round 4 was scheduled for 8. Here from Packed House at Michael's 8th Avenue in Glen, Burnie, Maryland. Gary Digital Williams alongside Juan Marshall. Niccolo in the camouflage trunks. Regular 25-8-3 with 8 KOs. Chauncey Fields, he's in the black trunks with the gold trim. 4-0, 2 KOs. But never fought a scheduled 4-round bout in his pro career. Fields do a little bit more with shots right hand. Trying to throw straight right hand. Left hand and right hand uppercut by Fields. But Niccolo just coming forward. Right hand to the body by Niccolo. Right hand to the body once again by Niccolo. Fields tried right hand in kind. First minute, round 4, scheduled for 8. Fields tried the right hand in close. Right hand over the top by Niccolo. There's right hand by Fields. Good right hand to the body there. Another right hand by Fields. Another right hand by Fields. Oh, left hand missing. There's right hand by Fields. Right hand to the body. Left hand up top. Right hand missing by Niccolo. So good right hands by right hands to the body by Niccolo. But Fields come back with a right hand of his own. And Fields is starting to land that right hand a little bit more in this contest, and we're heading to the final minute of the fourth round. Right hand missing by Fields. Both men go in for a shot. Niccolo comes up, couple right hand to the body, right hand to the head, uppercut, right hand to the head. Right hand over the top by Niccolo. Left hand missing. Oh, good right uppercut by Niccolo. Solid right uppercut there. Both men tangling. Right hand by Fields, also left hand as well. They tangle once again near the Niccolo corner. Goes the right hand, the left hand by Niccolo, by Fields, and they're going to call that a knockdown. So Fields knocks down Jesse Niccolo. I thought he might have gotten tangled up a little bit. He get back up, but one knockdown in favor of Chauncey Fields. As the round ends, I don't know if that changed the complexion of this fight, but that looked like maybe a tangle. I didn't see a punch land that forced Niccolo down.
I saw the feet tangle,
right,
and then I did see the punch come, but I can't tell if it landed, and I think they called it that because they thought it landed. At least Kenny Surveyor called it a knockdown, but just that quick. We have an even fight.
Yeah,
just that quick. 4 rounds. A knockdown with Niccolo was leading, I think 3 rounds to none, but a 10-8 round switched it back around, so now we're even.
So a lot of the work that Niccolo did in those first 3 rounds may not be enough right now. May have to go back to work once again.
Start back again.
Yeah. Fifth round now. Niccolo going to the body now. Right hand over down the middle by Niccolo over to the body. Right hand up top by Fields. Oh, good left hand by both men that time. Couple good uppercuts by Niccolo. Niccolo cutting off Fields, but he tangles once again. Referee separates him. Right hand down the middle. Right hand to the body by Niccolo. Another right hand to the body.
Turn your flash off, please.
Couple good combinations. Right hand by Fields. Fields starting to land right hands to the body. Another left hand to the body.
Right there, drop it. Hook to the head, hook to the body.
Uppercut by Niccolo with the right hand. Niccolo just missed with a wild right hand. Fields come back with a right hand of his own. Both men now in close quarters. And Fields starting to run things back, but Niccolo comes back with a left hand to the body. That may have hurt Fields that time. Inside the final minute, round 5, scheduled for 8. Niccolo trying to run to the body. And both men called timeout. And let's see what happened here. And mouthpiece came out. Mouthpiece came out for Chauncey Fields. And Kenny take him to the wrong corner here. Now he got Chevalier having a tough time deciding which corner there.
Hook to the head, Jesse. Left hook to the head and then round to the body.
And Nicolo telling Fields to come out. He can get emotional sometimes.
And Sigmund yells 10-8 to him.
He's done. Head the body.
Right hand missing by Fields. There's right hand by Fields. Right hand to the body by Fields. Now Nicolo comes back with a couple good fast shots. Left and rights to the head and the body. Crowd erupts here at Michael's 8th Avenue. Nicolo lands the right hand on top of the head of Fields. Left hand to the body. Right hand, nice right hand to the body there by Nicolo. Left hand to the body. Fields cuts the right hand of his own. Right hand to the head. Right hand to the head once again by Nicolo. Second ticket Ray in round 5. Left hand around the corner by Fields as the round ends. So good comeback round there by Jesse Nicolo.
Center completion with round 6.
Did I see it wrong? Yeah, I know.
Sorry. So let's see if Nicolo continues his work. He came back strong in that 5th round.
He keeps pressing. He keeps staying close inside, and also doing these free rounds coming up. I see Fields slowly, actually, vastly declining. You know, and it's a thing where he has nothing. He's just swinging punches, but it has nothing on him.
Seconds out.
Jesse. Left hook. Head the body. I promise. Just jump around one time.
Here we go, round 6, scheduled for 8. Johnson Fields does have a knockdown over Nicolo, although it looked like their feet really tangled. I don't think they came as a result of a punch. It didn't look like it from this angle. But other than that, it's been pretty much Jesse Nicolo throughout. He's been able to cut Fields off, good footwork. And again, Nicolo, who has never been one to use a jab on a regular basis, not using one tonight. It may help him more, but he's able to work some pressure in his 6th round. There's a right hand by Nicolo.
Hook up, then hook to the body.
Oh, good uppercut by Nicolo. That uppercut is scoring very well for Jesse Nicolo. And now 10-year veteran out of Baltimore, Maryland.
Get close, Jesse. Let it rip. Get close, baby. It's there.
Right hand over the top by Fields, but coming back with a couple good uppercuts is Jesse Nicolo, and he may have Fields in a little bit of trouble. Fields is retreating. Nicolo trying to put on pressure. Fields hang on. He's trying to hang on. Fields in trouble, looks like. Right hand to the body by Nicolo. Left hand to the head by Nicolo. Couple good uppercuts. Left hand, Kenny Chevalier watching closely. Nicolo amps up the pressure. Tries to land left and right shots. Fields in trouble, trying desperately to fight back. Halfway through the 6th round. There's right hand. Right hand over the top by Nick. Left hand by Nicolo. Nicolo just stalking Fields right now. We're headed to the final minute of this 6th round. Left hand to the body. Right hand to the head by Nicolo. Right hand over the top by Fields. But Nicolo just walking through those punches right now.
Touch up the trouble, touch up the trouble.
Right hand to the body by Fields. Left hand by Nicolo. Right hand to the body a little bit low. Niccolo just stalking right now. Right hand by Niccolo. Right hand to the body by Niccolo. Uppercut by Niccolo. Fields trying to fight back, but his punches have no effect right now. Into the final seconds of the 6th round. Fields trying to throw combinations, but it's been all Jesse Niccolo in this 6th round. Very strong round for Jesse Niccolo. He put on the pressure heavily in that 6th round.
I told you he's going to keep it. He's going to put on even more pressure coming coming up in the 7th round, because he knew he hurt him. Because once Fields started to grab him, that's when he knows his punches started to be effective on himself. So we're going to see what comes in. We're going into the 7th round, and I think Fields pretty much is gradually deteriorating. You know, and like I said, it's going to be 2 more rounds left. And Sigmund, I'm thinking he's going to see what his fighter has left into him.
Scott Sigmund working the corner with Bruce Frank in the Chauncey Fields corner. Not exactly sure who's working the corner for Jesse Niccolo.
Touch up, you hurt his bad. Touch up, I promise you. One time, do it for me. Touch up,
Oh, Mike Ricasa, I believe, working the corner. I'm not sure, but it looks like
Jesse,
him.
you hurt him bad. Jesse, Jess, time to get you Jesse, stay relaxed.
Here we go, round 7, scheduled for 8. Jesse Niccolo chases Fields into the corner here. Real-time pain relief ringside seats. Now they go over to the far side. Now they're over toward corner, coming right back over this way. So working in a clockwise manner is Chauncey Fields. Now he goes back to his right. Niccolo trying to cut Fields off. He's done very successfully throughout the evening. Niccolo trying to just stalk Fields.
Behind your jab, work behind your jab. Stop loading up. Stop loading up, Jess.
Fields, I should say Niccolo cutting off Fields. Niccolo moving to the right, now back to his left. Fields trying to run a little bit. His right hand to the body by Niccolo. As we head to the halfway point of round 7, scheduled for 8. Left hand by Niccolo. Right hand by Fields. Left hand to the body. Right hand by Fields just grazes Niccolo. Left hand missing by Niccolo that time. Right hand by Niccolo. Catches Grim on a counter shot. Niccolo now wants Fields to come to him. Holds out his arms, bows. Fields bows back. They see if they can go. We head to the 5 minute of the 7th round. And Fields now on his bicycle a little bit more. Niccolo tries the right hand. Niccolo now has Fields in the far neutral corner. Goes over the right hand, misses. Fields comes back with the right hand of his own. That lands a little bit. Right hand to the body by Fields.
Jesse, get close. Touch up, drop.
Right hand to the body once again by Fields. Right hand by Niccolo. Fields retreating back once again. He's going backwards.
Touch up, drop it. Come on, baby.
Right hand to the body by Niccolo.
Come on, Jesse. Come on. Come on. Work.
Final seconds. 7th round. Niccolo not putting as much pressure, but Fields not not exchanging as much in that 7th round as he has been throughout the fight.
Yeah, get it? Niccolo seemed like he backed off him a little bit. He was doing more following than actually throwing punches. And then Fields was actually backing up instead of taking an opportunity when he realized Niccolo wasn't putting the pressure on him to put his own pressure on him. So now we're going to go into the 8th round. And I'm wondering if Fields going to come out flinging punches, because he should. Because right now he's down maybe, I want to say 5 rounds. He's down 5 rounds now. Or no, let me see. We're going to the 8th. He might be down 6 rounds because he got with the knockdown. So I'm going to see how he's going to come out. We're going to see if he's just totally drained, or you're going to see him fight desperate.
Seconds on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mr. Lee, the 8th and final round.
Maybe hear the coaching on the neutral corner right behind our broadcast location from boxers Brady Sensabaugh and Nick Kisner. Oh, good right hand by both men now winging. We start the 8th and final round. Fields with a couple of good wide shots. Not taking great damage thanks to Nicolo's defense.
He's done. His career is done. Touch up and drop it. It's right there. Touch up and drop it. Shot.
Right hand missing by Nicolo. Wild right hand missing by Fields. Left hand by Nicolo.
Jesse, come on, baby. Come on. It's right there. Touch up and drop it. It's right there.
Right hand missing. Both men. Oh, left hand. Right hand to the body by Fields.
It's right there. Jesse.
Nicolo missed with a couple uppercuts. Left hand to the body.
Touch up, then drop it. Touch up, then drop it.
Right hand missing by Fields. Right hand missing by Nicolo as well. Nicolo charges forward. Tries to throw the uppercut.
Touch and drop it, Jess.
Left hand missing it. Oh, good left hand. Right hand by Nicolo. Nicolo's got Fields a little bit of trouble in front of our location. But Fields come back with some shots of his own. Both men landing right hands. Wild right hands, but both men seem to be landing. Heading to the halfway point of the final round. Right hand lands by Nicolo. Right hand lands by Fields. Right hand lands by Nicolo. Nicolo tries an uppercut, misses, tries the combination. Left right hands. Fields lands a shot to the body with the right hand. Right hand up top as well. Heading to the final minute of the final round. Missing. Fields could be in a little bit of trouble here, but he's fighting back.
Jesse, he hurt him bad. Again.
Good uppercut by Fields, by Nicolo. Left hand to the body by Nicolo. Right hand misses by Nicolo.
Touch up.
Heading to the final seconds of the final round. Left hand to the body by Fields. Left hand to the body by Nicolo. Nicolo tries to throw right hand as well.
Left hook, Jesse. Left hook.
Fields the right hand. Nicolo with a right uppercut. Another right uppercut. Left hand to the body. Final seconds, final round. Jesse Nicolo now taunting with Chauncey Fields. Goes big right hand in the bottom, hand of the bout. And now they embrace. So good 8-rounder. And the night tonight, we'll get the decision momentarily. But it was a solid win. And it's turn to Michaels for Jesse Nicolo.
Yeah, tough fight for Fields. Coming from a battle in the flu. Going 8 rounds with a guy that just put nothing but pressure from start to finish. A lot of pressure on him. And he weathers a storm. And he's going to come up short this time. But I take my hat off to him, weathering that storm, and it's going to be a win for Nicolo. And I wonder how many more times Nicolo's going to fight, especially with coming off a win like this. I guess he's going to feel that he has a lot left, maybe.
On Boxing Along the Beltway, we have followed Jesse Nicklow throughout his career, 10 years, almost 10 years to the day of his pro debut. Which took place on January 20th of 2006 at the National Guard Army in Pikesville, Maryland. Won a 4-round unanimous decision. We get the official decision momentarily. Looks like Justin Nicklow might be speaking to the crowd momentarily.
Everybody, I want to appreciate everybody coming down here. I've been through some of you guys to make it possible, but I ain't let me see you. It's my mom's 50th birthday, so everybody sing happy birthday, mom, and then shoot. Let's shoot. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. I love you.
Just beats Nicklow celebrating his birthday.
Talks better with his mouthpiece shut.
I know he's upset, he's up there, and I miss you, love you, baby. I know you're here with us. I love you.
And Brad Dudley has
March 30. Tickets are on sale now. March 30. That's right, I'm a promoter. I'm going to promote my next show right now. March 30th, right here. Go to BaltimoreBoxing.com. You want good seats? You better get them quick. I hope by your hungry will be sold out.
Let's go to Brad Dudley now. Official
Ladies and
decision.
gentlemen, boxing returns to the ballroom. It's been a while since we've been back here with professional boxing, and we're glad that Jake Smith is bringing it back. And now, on behalf of Michael's 8th Avenue and Jake and State Smith and the Maryland State Athletic Commission, we go to the scorecards. Judge Don Risher, Judge Sean Gradowski, and Judge Glen all scored out 79-73 for your winner by unanimous decision, Jesse the Beast. Chauncey Greenfield, ladies and gentlemen. Chauncey Greenfield.
So Jesse Nicklow wins by 8-round unanimous decision, 79-73 across the board.
Commission, ladies and gentlemen, y'all be safe in tomorrow's bad weather. And we'll see you back here.
Nicklow now 26-8-3, 8 KOs, with Chauncey Fields 4-1-2 with 2 KOs. So again, solid performance for Let's see, Bray. Thank you, sir.
Hey, man, take care, right?
So
Miss Evans Carl, ladies and gentlemen, celebrating 46th anniversary.
So Jesse the Beast Nicklow now 26-8-3. Chauncey Fields now 4-1 with 2 KOs.
Miss Evans,
All right.
Tell Jerome I said hi.
Talked to him earlier. Talked to him this week. I was hoping he'd be here tonight.
all y'all be safe. We'll see you back here March 30th in the ballroom. Thank you.
From Michael's 8th Avenue in Glen, Burnie, Maryland, this is the Boxing Along the Beltway post-fight wrap-up show. The Boxing Along the Beltway post-fight wrap-up show is brought to you in part by UndisputedBrand.com. Visit UndisputedBrand.com for the finest in boxing and mixed martial arts apparel. Undisputed Brand, the brand true champions wear. And by Real-Time Pain Relief. From boxers to ballerinas, from shoulder pain to muscle strain, Boxing Along the Beltway recommends Real-Time Pain Relief, the fast plant-based ointment. And don't forget, you go to www.freepainoffer.com with your first $10 of purchase of Real-Time Pain Relief. You get a free $10 tube of Real-Time Pain Relief. Rub it on, the pain is gone in real time. Well, short night tonight. as the red corner primarily won tonight, I believe. Yes, the red corner all won tonight. No, except for the third bout. We'll even get to that in a second. But just to beat Nicolo, the man a lot of people came to see, won an 8-round unanimous decision despite being knocked down.
He wants to fight me again.
Oh, he wants to fight you one more time? Okay. Scott saying they fought twice already. And again, one of them was the 2010 Beltway Boxing Bout of the Year.
I'll come here for it.
Okay. All right. So Scott Sigmund, who trained Chauncey Fields tonight, and again, Sigmund let us know that Fields had a little bit of a flu going into it. Still put on a gallant performance tonight, but Jesse Nicolo just a little bit too strong, a lot of pressure, and he was able to fight getting knocked down. And again, knockdown was kind of questionable. Then they tangled in feet more than anything else. But Nicolo was able to get a relatively easy unanimous decision tonight.
Yeah, and that's when a lot of fighters, use their veteran experience to actually put pressure on younger fighters, unless they know that younger fighter is just totally too strong for them. Because sometimes young fighters, they're put in situations that they know they can handle and their trainers know they can handle. But this wasn't that type of situation for Fields, and Justin Nicolo, that's right, from round 1 all the way through round 8, he just put nothing but pressure on Fields and was able to dominate him. Even after the questionable knockdown, it didn't matter with that. He just kept the pressure going to Fields, and Fields couldn't handle it.
Yeah, and a lot of people think that Jesse could have used his jab more. If he usually had one, which he never really had one even throughout his career. He wasn't known for his jab. He hasn't been known for his jab for 10 years. And so I didn't expect that to change tonight. So we saw what Jesse Nicolo does. And what I did love about what he did tonight was his footwork was really nice tonight. He cut off Fields on many occasions tonight and got the victory that way. All 3 judges scoring about 79-73.
Yeah, and when you were saying cutting off the ring, he was cutting off the ring because he knew Fields didn't have anything to offer him. When fighters know that they dominated another fighter, they can pretty much do whatever they want to do inside the ring. And that's what he was doing. He was able to cut off the ring. He was able to slip some punches that Fields was throwing because Fields couldn't hardly land too many shots on him. He was throwing hard punches, but eventually the body shots that Nicolo was landing on him stopped that from happening. Fields didn't have any power left on his shots.
Right. No question about it. So Jesse Nicolo now 26-8-3 with 8 KOs to his credit. Fields loses for the very first time in his pro career. He's 4-1 with 2 KOs. Aaron Anderson scored a first-round knockout out of Baltimore, Maryland. He took on the debuting Roger Caruso of Dundalk, Maryland. And Aaron Anderson landed a vicious left hand to the body. He knocked him down twice, but the first knockdown was a shot to the head, left hand to the head, right hand to the head, excuse me. But he landed a vicious left hand to the body that basically stopped Caruso in his tracks, and the bout was called at 134 of the first round.
That was just pure, even though both of them are young fighters in their career, that was just the overmatched fight. Even though with Anderson only having 1 fight under his belt, and it was the Caruso's pro debut, Anderson was just too technically sound for him with a lot of power. Mm-hmm. And that's what eventually took the toll on Caruso.
Yep. So Aaron Anderson now 2-0, 2 KOs, and Roger Caruso loses his pro debut. Anderson once again 2-0, 2 KOs. The bout of the night, and probably our first real good candidate for Beltway Boxing Bout of the Year for 2017, is the bout that we thought it would be that way, and I got some feedback from people, commissioners. We talk a lot about the mismatches and so on, but quite frankly, we thought coming in this bout would be the best bout of this night, and it was. And it was a really incredible bout between Donald Wallace and Tahir Thomas. And despite Thomas knocking down Wallace in the 3rd round, Wallace was able to win a 6-round unanimous decision.
Yeah, and with Thomas had the power, even with the knockdown, but it seemed like that's all he had. Because after the knockdown, he did nothing else, and Wallace actually stepped on the gas and was able to win every round after that and get the unanimous decision.
Yeah, so Don Wallace now 2-0, 1 KO, and Tahir Thomas falls for the first time in his pro career. He's 4-1-1 with 3 KOs. And our opening bout tonight, battle of pro debuting boxers, Ernest Hall scored a relatively easy knockout at the end of the second round. Right? And he stops Ernest Hall out of Baltimore, Maryland. He stops Cleveland Hemphill of Temple Hills, Maryland at the end of the second round. Scored 3 knockdowns, 1 in the first and 2 in the second to get the win. And Hemphill's corner would not let him come out for the third round.
Yeah. Hall came out more aggressive than Hemphill. Actually, at the beginning of the round, Hemphill came out. I thought he looked like a poised fighter.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like he was taking his time throughout the round, and we're trying to feel Hall out. But Hall was able to step it up a little bit as the round went on, and was landing some body shots that Hemphill couldn't take. And he eventually put Hemphill down a few times throughout the bout. Eventually, not allow him to come out the fight.
So Ernest Frost Hall, he's out of Baltimore, Maryland, makes his pro debut successful. One in Cleveland, Hemphill loses in his pro debut. So that's the pro card. Early tonight we had amateur bouts. We didn't do play-by-play of them, but did have some. Once again, Brian Hanslager won by second round TKO over Mike Burris. They're both out of Baltimore Boxing. Deshaun Chase out of Baltimore Boxing takes won by decision over Eric Walker out of Ishmael Arvin's gym, Arvin Boxing Fitness. That was at 165 pounds. At 168 pounds, Terrell Boyd out of Mac Allison gym won over Ashton Sykes of Baltimore. By the way, the first bout we talked about, Hanslager and Burris, was in super heavyweight division, and in the super lightweight division, super lightweight division, junior lightweight division, excuse me. Andy Bueno out of Lincoln Way Gym in York, Pennsylvania, won by decision over Dorian Bostic out of the Dave Sewell Gym in Baltimore. So that will do it for our card here tonight. We're back on the air on Saturday afternoon, I should say. Let me rephrase that. Saturday evening, February the 11th. I do have homecoming at Coppin State on Saturday afternoon that day, but I will be there at Rosecroft Raceway, King's Motion's card there, Saturday, February 11th at Rosecroft Raceway. Now, don't forget tomorrow night, Saturday evening, 9:30, for the big bout featuring Javante Davis out of Baltimore, Maryland, going after the IBF Super Featherweight Championship against Jose Sniper Pedraza. That's at 9:30 on Showtime. Now it's 7 o'clock Eastern Time on Showtime Extreme. Emmanuel Alim out of Richmond, Virginia. He takes on Evgen Kurtov in a bout for the WBC Silver middleweight title. WBC Silver middleweight title for that one. And of course, Javante Davis going after the IBF Super Featherweight Championship tomorrow night, Saturday night, at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. Was the main event once again. A result of bouts that took place in Washington, D.C. as Badou Jack and James DeGale battled for the unified Super Middleweight Championship. So a lot going on there. We got some great bouts coming up down in the next couple of months. First quarter should be very busy here in the Beltway. So that will do it here from Michael's 8th Avenue in Glen, Burnie, Maryland. Remember, the Boxing on Beltway post-fight wrap-up show is brought to you in part by UndisputedBrand.com. Visit UndisputedBrand.com for the finest in boxing and mixed martial arts apparel. Undisputed Brand, the brand true champions wear. And by Real-Time Pain Relief. You go to www.freepainoffer.com. With your first purchase of $10 of Real-Time Pain Relief, you get a free $10 tube of Real-Time Pain Relief. Rub it on, the pain is gone in real time. For Juan Marshall, I'm Gary Digital Williams saying so long from Michael's 8th Avenue in Glen Burnie, Maryland. Felt good to be back here after a long absence of professional boxing. And thank you all for joining us. And always remember, keep supporting the best boxing in the world. The boxing along the Beltway. Thanks for listening. Take care.